organization is really great. I work at Cold Stone Creamery, and before everyone says, how can you possibly be diverse while scooping ice cream, there's actually a lot of stuff that goes on behind the scenes to bring your little ice cream creations to life. And I'm a manager at Cold Stone, and I can't even tell you guys how many times I've been stuck with a shift where nobody wants to help customers. And I mean, I know customer service sometimes is really hard, but everyone needs to help customers, but it's not good to be stuck on a shift where people only want to help customers and not, make cakes, take cake orders, make cupcakes, cookies, keep everything filled and restocked. It's really good to have a diverse shift on with you so everything can get done. Scheduling together a shift with a diverse set of capabilities is the way to go and will leave customers and employees happy. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm not trying to say that whatever you're good at is what you have to do. That's the only thing. If you're good at making cakes, that's the only thing you have to do. That's not what I'm saying. Maybe getting scheduled with a really diverse shift means that someone that isn't so confident talking to customers can learn from someone that's super upbeat, super outgoing, and they can learn that this is how I talk to customers. Maybe someone that isn't really good at making cakes can learn from someone that is really good at making cakes. This is how to do it quickly. Learn something new every day, and that's why I think having a really diverse group with you can really help you as a person. Another great show of bringing together a diverse group of people that can lead to winning championships and Super Bowls is the Eagles. A few years ago, the Eagles fans were not at all happy with the Eagles organization, and they weren't happy with a man named Howie Roseman, who was the executive vice president of football operations for the Eagles. Howie Roseman had a plan, though. With the right timing, he basically created a super team. That's our friend Howie Roseman. Roseman brought on players like Alshon Jeffrey from the Chicago Bears and Jay Ajayi from the Miami Dolphins, and he put his trust in undrafted players like Corey Clement, all of which I think played really, really big roles in this season and the Eagles winning the Super Bowl. When Carson Wentz got hurt, I remember, I watched the game and I was like, what are we going to do? What's going to happen now? All of us felt this way, but in the end, we trusted Nick Foles, and we realized that even though Carson got hurt at the worst timing possible, we still had a whole other great team, and we had to trust in them. Michael Jordan said, talent wins games, but teamwork and intelligence wins championships. And I don't think anyone really demonstrated it as well as the Eagles did this season. Moving on from sports, we can also take a look at music, the music industry, or more specifically bands. Each member of a band has a really important integral part to make a band successful. I feel like the lead singer always gets the most credit, but the lead singer really wouldn't be anything without the drummer, the guitarists, the bassist, the keyboardist. You need a guitarist and all of them to sort of back the lead singer. Bands like Pearl Jam, the Foo Fighters, and the Who, and so on, have been so successful because it's not just one talented person on stage. You never want to get booed off stage, so bands have to constantly come up with new and original lyrics and sounds, and having the help of a group over just one person keeps these bands successful for so long. The last example I'm going to talk about is The Office. The Office is my favorite show on planet Earth. After Michael Scott left The Office, I feel like my world kind of caved in because he's like the best. And I still continue to watch it for all the other characters, Jim, Dwight, Pam. I continue to watch it because even though Michael leaving completely devastated my soul, I still believed in all the other characters. And inside The Office, each member has a specific job to make Dunder Mifflin successful. And I think without either one of them, without Dwight or Jim, it wouldn't be the same. Steve Jobs says that great things in business are never done by one person, they're done by a team. Every member of every team is different, they're versatile, they have different experiences that they can all share and we can all learn from. And I really hope you guys pay attention to the diversity in your teams. Here's Mike with the ending.
All right, I'm Mike. I'm going to be talking about one of the most important facets of teamwork. That would be trust and commitment. Because if you don't trust your team, what are they good for? Trusting and committing to your team is kind of like a cog in a machine, whether it be an airplane, a car, a train. One little thing that's off can completely shut it down and stop it from working. It doesn't matter how small significance you have in an organization, you're still part of that organization. And it would not be anything without you if you were to disappear. That's why I'm here today to explain how important it is to trust and commit to your teammates. Because like I said, one person can shut the whole thing down. Say you don't have an accounting in your business firm, you don't have a CEO, you don't have, trust is also the antidote to the fears and risks of possible commitment problems. Trust means having confidence in a team's leadership and vision, and you are more resilient and willing to go through difficult situations when you can actually trust your teammates. And as another person that put the Eagles in my slides, this is an example of the Philly special. So if you didn't watch the Super Bowl, Nick Foles went up to Coach Doug Peterson. He was like, I want to do Philly, Philly. The Coach Peterson just looks at him because it's actually called Philly Special, but he's just like, all right, let's do it. And he instantly trusted him. Now, this is a very difficult play. It's very intricate. Nick Foles, he starts under the center, but right before the ball is snapped, he goes to the right of the line. Corey Clement gets the snap. He catches the snap, passes it to the tight end, and the tight end lobs a touchdown pass to Nick Foles, who's in the end zone. See, this is a very intricate play, and everyone has to be on top of their game to know what they're doing, because these are a lot of moving pieces. You can't just do this on the fly. It takes practice and trust in your teammates to know what to do. Like, can Corey Clement catch that snap and not waste it? And Doug Peterson had trust in his team. He had trust in his players, and he went from ESPN's rated worst coaching decision to being a Super Bowl champion. And Nick Foles ended up making postseason history by having 3 touchdown passes and catching a pass. And sports is just one huge example of an environment where trusting and committing to your teammates is crucial. Those that have played team sports can understand that sometimes these teammates even start to feel like family due to how committed one has to be to the team and the decision it takes alone and the time that it takes. And sometimes you get so close to your teammates, like they start to become like family to you. I can name like a handful of friends that I've met through just like elementary school rec, baseball or soccer or anything like that I still talk to today. That I'll probably be seeing some of them this weekend actually, which is cool that you can actually have that type of commitment with others. And also the premise of trust and commitment in a team is the same not only through sports but in other aspects of teamwork, whether it's the military, business teams, the government. All aspects of team thrive when members are trusted to contribute in ways necessary. Like for instance, I work at a pizza shop. I'm a pizza delivery boy, but like, what am I going to deliver if no one's making pizza? And even if that pizza gets made, where am I supposed to know to go if no one's answering calls, taking names, they're taking numbers, taking addresses? Like, if you don't have organization and trust in a team, your ship is going to sink. That's why it's a common problem that causes strife in every facet and function in teamwork if you don't have trust in your teammates. Who knows this guy, Austin Rivers? He's garbage. The only reason he's on the Clippers is because his dad is Doc Rivers. He's like that. Like if you ever play for a team and the coach's son is on the team and he acts like a one-man show, nobody likes that kid. Don't be that kid. So like, a one-man team type of behavior is something that destroys productivity, because if he's going to do everything, why should I even try? Like, when leaders can't trust their teammates, they start to micromanage different aspects of their work and start to do stuff like that. And also, like, say I'm playing basketball, right, and I have the ball and I'm getting double teamed, and there's still someone that's wide open to the left of me, and I still don't pass to him. Like, they're just gonna stand there, just like lose all their motivation, not want to play, and not trust me to trust them. And that doesn't do any good for the team at all. And just another problem, that not trusting your teammates ultimately leads to getting nothing absolutely done. Going to meetings and not being able to finalize a decision, not being able to address everyone's concerns and issues, belittling other people's opinions, it all leads to a disarray in your team. And it's all just a slippery slope of problems. Decisions being made without members of the team, just like not trusting crucial information for the others. It's just like all these tiny little things that like bring the morale down of your entire team. And it doesn't cause productivity. And this is just backs up the claim that how important trust and commitment are, because working relationships that have been based on trust are an advantage because they are so rare and valuable. A trustworthy team is a productive team, and a productive team is a winning team. So in whatever aspect of life, whether it's sports, like jobs, part-time jobs, anything, military, we are all better off when we have something to lean on. And now we're going to talk about.
Okay, hi guys, I'm Katie. I'm going to be talking about the last subject, so it's almost there. So I'm talking about adaptability, which is another element for a highly effective team. Being adaptable is really important for a team, especially considering how often conditions and environments are changing in today's world. And change is inevitable, and some of the most effective teams today have highly adaptable members. So being adaptable has many different benefits. It makes you a more valuable asset to your employer. You're able to bounce back quicker from adversity. It can mold you into being a better leader. And it's proven that those who have adaptable personalities lead happier, more fulfilling lives. Adaptability has been around for centuries. To help define what being adaptable means, here are 4 of the most common signs of adaptable people. They enjoy experimenting. They have more optimistic mindsets. They are very resourceful, and they strive to stay current. So as for the first one, to enjoy experimenting, you have to be very open-minded, and a team has to have the drive to face new challenges. Secondly, having a more optimistic mindset is very important for a team. It gives people confidence in what they're doing, and when you're part of a team that is adapting, you're better off to have a more optimistic, confident mindset than a fearful, stressed out one, because then things just fall apart, and it's not good. So being resourceful is another amazing characteristic of an adaptable team. When things don't end up happening the way that you expect, you have to be able to bounce back and come up with a secondary plan to fix the error that must have happened. And being resourceful is very helpful when you're pulling together a last-minute plan to fix what went wrong. Finally, striving to stay current. Adapting itself implies that there's going to be a change and that you have to make an adjustment to get used to it. So when a team is able to stay current, they have a better chance of determining what might happen in the near future because of what's currently happening now. Okay, so then when most people think of adaptability, a chameleon comes to mind. Chameleons are a great physical representation of what being adaptable means. Chameleons have the ability to change colors, and a majority of scientists believe they change colors to reflect their moods, and that allows them to send social signals to other chameleons about how they're feeling. For example, they take on darker colors like red when they're really angry, and lighter colors like green when they want to find a mate to continue other chameleons. So,
that was smooth.
Yeah, right? Don't want to get too graphic about chameleons. So here's a personal example about how adaptability has affected me. I work at American Eagle. That's us before our store opened. And every day is different from the next. One day could be super slow, and you have to be focused on tasking, like putting more stuff out on the floor or cleaning. And other days could be super busy. So when employees are on slower days, they need to be able to put their head down and work on different tasks